Welcome to We Are False, where we explore the stories and facts that go against the grain, challenging what you think you know. Today, we are going to talk about something you see, type, and think about dozens, maybe hundreds of times a day, our numbers. Turns out their origin story is one of history's biggest and most common misunderstandings.
So take a look at these. Simple, right? You see them everywhere. They're literally the building blocks of our entire modern world, from science to your bank account. But what's their actual name? Go ahead, just say it. What do you call these symbols?
If you said Arabic numerals, you're not alone. That's what pretty much everyone says. It's what's in the textbooks, it's what we were all taught in school, and it sounds right. Feels like a solid, settled fact.
But that name, it's kind of a historical mistake. It gives all the credit to the messenger while completely leaving out the original genius inventor. And let me tell you, the real story is so much more fascinating, a journey that spans entire continents and cultures.
You see, the real starting point for our numbers isn't the Middle East at all. It's ancient India. Now, they had early numerals, sure, the Brahmi numerals, but they were a bit clunky. The real revolution, the one that changed everything, happened when Indian thinkers combined three absolutely brilliant ideas into one beautifully simple system.
Okay, so check this out. Each of these ideas on its own was a breakthrough. First, you get 9 super simple symbols, 1 through 9. Easy enough. But then you add a place value system. That was a total game changer. It means that the position of a symbol changes its value. So a 2 can mean 2, or 20, or 200. But the final piece, the masterstroke that tied it all together, the invention of zero.
The idea of zero, or shunya in Sanskrit, was just monumental. This wasn't just about having a placeholder to tell 5 from 50. Nope. Indian mathematicians treated zero as a number in its own right, a concept that represented the void or nothingness. This was a massive philosophical and mathematical jump that really no other civilization had quite managed to pull off.
And you don't have to take my word for it. We've got the receipts. The Bakhshali manuscript, which could be from as early as the 3rd century, shows the very first known use of a symbol for zero. It was just a simple dot. Fast forward to 628 CE, and you have the brilliant mathematician Brahmagupta formally defining zero and writing out the rules for it, like what happens when you add it or subtract it. And just like that, the system was complete.
So India has this incredibly powerful, super efficient system. But how in the world did it go from being a local invention to the global standard we all use today? Well, this next part of the story is all about how a brilliant idea travels the world.
The bridge between India and the rest of the world was built by the amazing scholars of the Islamic Golden Age. Baghdad's famous House of Wisdom was this incredible center for learning where they were translating knowledge from all over the globe. One Persian mathematician, Al-Khwarizmi, came across the Indian system and just knew it was something special. He wrote a book all about it around 825 CE, explaining how to use it. His work was so important that his name, Al-Khwarizmi, eventually gave us the word algorithm. How cool is that?
And here is the absolute key, the smoking gun of this whole story. The Arab scholars who were translating and spreading this system, they were perfectly clear about where it came from. They didn't try to take credit. In their own texts, they called the numbers Arqam al-Hindi, which literally means Hindu numerals. They gave full credit right back to the source.
All right, so the idea is spreading. Everyone knows where it came from. You'd think Europe would immediately grab this amazing new tool, right? Wrong. The continent was, well, surprisingly slow and even a little hostile to the whole idea.
I mean, just look at this. This is why they needed to change so badly. Try, just for a second, to multiply 947 by 84 using Roman numerals. It's an absolute nightmare of letters and rules. Now look at the same problem with the Indian system. It's clean, it's simple, it just works. For any merchant, scientist, or builder, this wasn't just a small improvement, it was a complete revolution.
But wow, did it take a long time to catch on. In 1202, the famous mathematician Fibonacci was basically shouting from the rooftops about how great this system was in his book Liber Avici. But old habits die hard. Get this, in 1299, the city of Florence actually banned the numerals. They were worried they were too easy to forge or alter compared to the old Roman ones. It actually wasn't until the printing press showed up in the 15th century that the system finally took over, thanks to mass-produced math books.
And all of this brings us right back to the big question we started with. If the whole system was born in India and the Arab world knew it and called them Hindu numerals, why on earth do we call them Arabic numerals?
The answer is actually pretty simple, and a little funny when you think about it. Europeans named the numbers after the people who brought them the news, not the people who wrote the story. They learned all about the system through Arabic books and from Arab traders, so they just credited the messenger, completely missing where it all began.
So today, historians and mathematicians have a much better, much more accurate name for it: the Hindu-Arabic numeral system. It's a small change, but it's a really powerful one. It gives a hat tip to both the original Indian inventors and to the brilliant Arab scholars who preserved, improved, and passed that incredible gift on to the rest of us.
And this isn't some dusty, forgotten piece of history. This exact discovery is something people are having online every single day. You see a post just like this one, Today I Learned, and it's like a modern echo of this whole journey. It's that aha moment when you realize the name you've used your entire life is only telling you half the story.
So the next time you tap out a phone number or look at a price tag, just take a second to remember the incredible journey those little symbols took. They're a quiet testament to Indian genius, to Islamic scholarship, and to the amazing hidden connections that tie our world together. It really makes you wonder, what other parts of our everyday lives have a secret history we just haven't heard yet?